What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over the current price action of Bitcoin. We're going to work our way from the higher term time frames all the way down to the lower term time frames. And yeah, I just took profit on a scalp trade that I'm going to hope that I took profit at the right time. So what we were looking at is on the daily. Let's go ahead and look at the daily real quick. And we were looking at this bump and run pattern. And so we had this trend line that we were talking about in the previous videos. We came up, hit that to the exact dollar. And now we have this option of continuing. Oh man, it did just come right down to this level. Son of a... I should have taken profit later. Should have trusted myself. But yes, we had this, and then it came, it could come up, right? Hit this, and then continue to go up. Or what we have is a situation where on the daily we are seeing this right here. We have this shoulder, head, shoulder possibility, and then you could blast off to the upside, something like let's say this right here. So then that would, if it happens, wherever it happens, could lead us back to all-time highs, depending upon when it happens, or it could lead us up to about like right to the all-time highs. So that's something that we need to be looking out for on the daily candles. But overall, things are just looking overall bullish in a sense, to where it's like, well, it is looking bullish as far as the amount of green candles that we have. It is looking bullish as far as the RSI, as far as on the daily goes, because we're still above the 50, because we could just easily come down and then pop back up. I mean, look at this. When we were up here, we came all the way up, came back down to the 50 range, popped back up, came down to the 50 range, popped back up, came down to the 50 range, popped back up. So this could be a resistance flipped into support, and then we just continue to go up from here. But right now we are definitely having a little bit of a pullback because of the whatever you want to call it. Okay, I'm trying to get my thing here. Let's look at the weekly. All right, so we did have the weekly pivot hit, and we are now looking down to the S1 pivot. That's coming in at 35,840. So that's a level that we could be looking at as far as to the downside, because that lines directly up with this, what do you call this? What is this thing? Resistance. So you have this resistance zone right here, kind of lining up with this S1. So you guys want to make sure that you're aware of that. And then let's bring this over to the monthly, and let's take a look. So we just came down to the monthly pivot to the absolute dollar, and then now we're getting some buyback coming in. So if you guys have been following along with us, you guys know that we've been looking at this 38,000, 37,700 region for a while now, and we basically hit that to the dollar. So yeah, the next level to the downside on the monthly is 33. I mean, that's pretty damn low. I'm not thinking that we're going to come that low. It's possible, but I'd have to go on the lower term time frame to kind of see, because right now on the daily, it doesn't look like there's any lows to be taken. So if we're going to go down, look at the EMAs really quick. Wait a minute. Let's turn these back on. And let's go back to the weekly. I could have sworn to God I saw something here. Weekly. Yeah, S1's coming in at around the bottom of the Bollinger Band. We do have these two EMAs coming in at 36. When you do have these two EMAs, the 20 and the 55, crossed on the daily, you do see that it acts as a pretty strong bullish indicator. And we are just now, the last time it crossed to the bearish side of things was over here on May 14th. We are just now having a cross. So if we do come down here, get supported by this level that we've been talking about for a while, 37,000, then that bullish cross will end up happening, and that will we can continue up to the upside, which would then allow us to break all the way up and continue to go up to the next level that we're looking at, which is kind of around the R2, the 47,000 region. So make sure you guys are on the lookout for that. So let's go to the 4 hour. We've already looked at the pivots. If we bring back this parallel channel, again, we did see this happening kind of sort of, as far as we were looking at this. We came back tested it, and now we're dumping down a little bit. And we can see that the 4 hour RSI is doing a pretty good job of possibly coming down and giving us a pretty sexy reset here, which would be really, really good to follow up with the idea that we'll just come down to this area that we've been talking about for a while. You see my Neo's ideas right here. We're kind of just basically looking at this. And in yesterday's video, we were talking about, we're looking at 38,500, 37,500, and 36,500 as possible swing failure ideas. So we've come down, we've possibly put in a swing failure pattern, and so we've just got to kind of see how that's going to play out. You can't really tell in the 4 hour though, but right now the one thing that we want to look at here is that we do have this trend line showing up on the 4 hour RSI. I don't even know where my other trend line is. It's caught up on this one. So if we do this and we do this, you guys can see we do have this trend line. So it is possible that we get a little bit of a move to the upside right now if this trend line is going to hold up, or we could just continue to dump down, just like my idea on the scalp that I had. And yeah, so there's that on the 4 hour. Let's go ahead and bring this back like so. And let's go down to the, oh, actually, I'm sorry. We have to look at the EMAs, which, yeah, everything's looking like the lowest we can go as far as the daily and the 4 hour support goes is the EMAs coming down to like 36K. So, and then if we did come down to 36K, I think that that'd be low enough on the RSI for us to, because you can see here, look at how low we came on the RSI to blast all the way up. So, all right, wow, we're coming down. So that's, looking pretty good, pretty good. 1 hour, let's do it. The 1 hour, things are looking bearish. They are switching bearish. We're closing below all the EMAs. It is possible that maybe in a couple of days, August 4th, August 5th, we could end up switching full-blown bearish as far as the EMAs go on the 1 hour. And let's take a look here. I think we have this. Let me get rid of this here. We do have this parallel channel that we're in right now. So we did, if we do continue to come down to this parallel channel, we could see ourselves coming all the way down to this level right around here, depending upon how fast we drop, you know, the 36,000. So yeah, to be honest with you guys, we just have no choice but to look at this whole section right here as like a very, very, very strong area, as far as we cannot lose this area, or else we're probably going to just go all the way back down to the bottom of the range, right? Because you guys know that we've been in this range for a very, very long time. If we just do this, you know, we've been in this range for a long time, since May 20th. So we're probably going to come up on like a couple of months here. And yeah, if we do this, that also is the middle of the channel. And so we'd want to see, if it does come down, we'd want to see something like this, where it comes down, does this, and then it starts to pop back up. Then we need to get some closure above this, because again, if we don't, then it's just showing that the daily RSI is going to need a reset, 100%. And then that means that we're going to come all the way back down to the bottom of this channel here. But if you did get a chance to short along with us in the Telegram, I mean in the what is this called, in the Discord, then you guys would know that where are we at? Yeah, so you guys would know that we shorted the absolute high together, 42,500. You can see here 42,500, as well as max 42,454, and he also posted up a video of that, of us actually live trading it right here, 42K or 42.6K. So we've been looking for that for a while. So I think the conclusion of this, yeah, I think the conclusion of this is basically like, we don't want to see the middle of this channel lost if we do continue to come down. And if we do see the middle of the channel lost, we are looking at, you know, 32, 33K for possible support after that happens. And then after that, it would be 30K, 30,700. And yeah, and as far as to the upside goes, if we start to break up, it really is just going to depend on what the volume is looking like, because we could just come up, swing failure these highs again, and then come back down. So yeah, there's that. And also, too, we have this fib speed fan right here coming down to the possible golden zone right around here, which is kind of lining up with the middle of the channel. So on these 1 hour, we could just see it just come down, 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 hit that 1 hour speed fan right there, and then just pop right back up. So these are just all some of the ideas that we're just basically looking at as far as the daily, the 4 hour, and the 1 hour. We are, like I said, in the live chat right here, we are basically doing live trading together on the scalping side of things, you know, getting down on the 1 minute time frames and on the 5 minute time frames and taking some scalps. Let's take a look also too really quickly before we end off the video on what we are seeing as far as the volume goes. Let's go ahead and hit this bad boy, because I actually hate the volume on trading view, because it doesn't actually show you exactly what's going down. So let's go ahead and look at the I like the 2 hour. Maybe let's take a look at the 2 hour and see what kind of volume that we're looking at here. So wow, this candle, 884 million volume to the downside. That's pretty crazy. So you can see here, this candle right here was when we took the high that we shorted, and that's at 392 million. Then the next candle, which is red, 420. Then this candle right here, 500. Then this one, 800. So obviously there's more volume to the downside. And then here at this candle that we had, there's 666 million volume in this candle. Okay, there was 24,000 buy trades and 24,000 sell trades. So that's a lot. That's basically a lot. Let's take a look at the open interest really quickly. Yeah, it's just falling and falling and falling, which means people are getting stopped out of their longs for the most part. Let's see net longs, net shorts. Yeah, this doesn't really work out. But yeah, so we can see that there's just tons and tons of volume to the downside. I do have to say that I'm still pretty upset that I shorted it. I took profit too early, because we're definitely coming down right now on the lower term time frames. Let's take a look, see on the lower term time frames really quickly. Yeah, so I ended up shorting up here basically for the day so far. We ended up shorting right here. So but the good news is that Max has a swing failure pattern strategy, and if you would have just paid attention to the swing failure pattern strategy, then that would have worked out here to catch a nice little scalp long. That would have worked here to catch a scalp long. That would have worked here, and then right here, because we do have a bunch of lows that we are taking mixed in with the low on the 5 minute RSI. So you have this low right here, boom, you pop up, you do put in your divergences between this, and then down here you just come down really, really fast, take out this low, swing failure pattern all the way to the upside, and then now we're swing failure patterning these highs right here while putting in divergences on the 1 minute, I think it is. Yep, you have your divergences here and here. You have a pretty hard reset. So now what the next thing that we're looking at is possible swing failure of these lows, and then get into a long position right here, or swing failure of these lows, scalp long all the way up to maybe like 38, 400, 38, 600, and then just continue the downtrend. Because right now, if we just look at it on the lower term time frame, we're on the 1 minute. We have this high up here, and we have this low, lower high, lower 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 low. Is that what we're doing? If we just look at this from an ugly channel perspective, you can see here that we are basically just channeling to the downside. And until this thing is like significantly broken, we have no choice but to kind of respect it, put some respect on its name. So yeah, we're just right at the midpoint of the channel. We're getting a little bit of a bounce back up. So we'll see what happens in the immediate short term. But yeah, kind of gone over some higher term time frame levels. Those things haven't necessarily really changed. I've been going over the same levels as far as to the downside, trading at level to level for a while now. Like I said, the next level that we're looking for in the immediate short term is 37,400 swing failure pattern, 36,400 swing failure pattern. And then to the upside, I would say that you have a gap at like 39,200. Then the next one would be 40,100-ish. And then the bigger one would be 40,850-ish. These are the different levels that we're looking at right now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one.